Hello! Welcome to Subnautica Below Zero. Well, we've come out to, I'll call like the vent area there. There's a bunch of vents over there. And then we've got the purple vents. So I'm kind of like straddling the two areas because I want to build a scanner room. I'm kind of well aware of that beastie over there, I must admit. It's not helping. But I want to build a scanner room out here because I really want to get myself some Magnetite, because if I can get a hood chip, it'll make my life a heck of a lot easier. So these scanner rooms are standalone. Except I think I've just realised I need I need one of those portals to be able to get in and out of it. So that wasn't really a good idea. I've completely forgot something. I need some titanium to build that. And I'm going to need some titanium for the hatch. Yeah, because I want that, because that's where I'll place the actual panels on, the solar panels. So we're going to have a bit of a nose around here, if I can get out of that. Get ourselves some titanium, and the plan is we'll try and use this. Except I'm going to have to now go back and get my cameras again, because I keep forgetting you don't get a camera automatically with these things. Although I haven't said that, I mean, it really depends on whether it finds any magnetite or not, to be honest. Ooh, I don't like those things. Oh, now there's a kamikaze fish as well. Right, anyway. My priority really is A, avoid all the terrors around here. But B, try and find some titanium. See you shortly. Right then, I think I've got what I need. Except, obviously, we don't have any sunshine to power this thing yet. But anyway, let's get that built there. Oh, it's my hand. I just saw something and it just flashed away there, and I thought, geez Louise, it's not one of them, is it? Right. So that gets us our hatch. So I've got enough for...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, that's good to know. A minute ago I was out and about there looking for things, and she never mentioned a thing, which I thought was kind of odd. I was like thinking, is she ever going to like warn me? Because it was getting like 15 seconds left, and I'm thinking, are you ever going to tell me that we're running out of oxygen? I'm getting that used to her telling me that I'm not paying enough attention. Right, so I'll put that one there. The trouble with the scanner is it uses up a lot of power. I mean, the good thing is once we've got it up and running, at least we'll be able to get oxygen, but it'll quickly run out of power. That's the trouble. And that's one of the reasons I quite like having the heads-up display. Because otherwise, as I say, like if I've got, say, just a camera.
Warning.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Power only. Oxygen production offline.
If all I've got is the camera drone, the trouble I've got is that I can go out and find one item. I send the camera out, find something, but I've then got to go all the way back to base, reposition the camera, go all the way back to the camera, and it takes ages, and all the time you're using up a lot of power on there because you're running the scanner all the time. Right, so we don't need a reminder about them. So, realistically, I'm just going to have to wait till the sunshine comes back up again, because we haven't got any power. See you in a while. Oh, wow. I'm all over the place today. I mean, it was dark, so I thought, oh, well, I'll go back and get the camera. Got about, halfway there, then I realised, we're running out of power on the actual sea truck, so I've had to go and make a new power cell, and that needs like 2 batteries to make, so I've been doing quite a bit of searching. And then, of course, I realised I'd never brought a beacon with me, so, of course, I then had to spend ages trying to find out where I put this thing. But anyway, that's all now sorted. So I've got a spare power cell on me, and I've got a beacon here, so I can keep this place marked. So we're on 225 power, so fingers crossed. Boobar. It hasn't found any. Yes, we haven't found any magnetite around here. I would have thought it would have, to be honest, but... suppose we can always get it to find the data box out of curiosity. I think the data boxes, I think it always remembers where they are, to be honest. May as well make some use of this thing and while it's here. I mean, maybe if it had bigger range, that would be able to find things, but I could have sworn we'd be able to find some magnetite. Oh, need to stay out of the way of that. Right, so there is a data box apparently down there. I suspect that belongs to that crash that we found before, but at least investigate. But I'm going to have to move this scanner somewhere else. We're going to have to go wandering around. Yeah, it's the data box we've already found. Ah, phooey. It's a pity because it remembers if you've got all of the fragments. I don't think there's a way to like say, oh yes, I found it. Yeah, it's not giving me any options. So yeah, with a scanner room, I mean, if you've got all of the fragments for a particular blueprint, it stops telling you about these fragments it's found. It only shows you fragments for blueprints that you haven't fully learned. But when it comes to the data boxes, it always tells you where they are, whether you've opened them or not, which is a bit of a shame. Let's see how much power is left on this this scanner. 115. Right, we'll cancel that then. Oh, it's frustrating that. So no sign of magnetite around here. What is it? It's found an anomaly. It sounds useful. So what's one of... Well, with only this amount of power, I'm kind of reluctant to. I think what I'm tempted to do then is we'll box this up. I might go a bit further in because at the moment we're limited. We've only got a certain amount of range to cover. Yeah, we can only go out so far. It's showing you a kind of a topology of what it sees. So you can see there's underground stuff down there that it's picking up. But that's as far as it can go. So its scanning range is 300 meters. And we can improve them, that's why I've got them flagged up there, like one's for the range, one's for the speed, but we need magnetite. The question is, where on earth do you get magnetite from? Yeah, that's the $64 million question. So I think let's see, if the base is there, if I can pull the scanner maybe somewhere in that direction. I mean, we might have to go way out there, it might be out there for all I know. But at least, well, hopefully we've got carrying capacity for all of this now. Which makes it like fully portable. I'm just very much aware of this, I can't remember what it's called, but it's not particularly nice, I must admit. Right, so we'll deconstruct this, find somewhere else to put it, and then we'll go and do a bit more searching. Well, there's still no sign of this magnetite. I mean, I'm now on the other side. I was sort of like straddling those two regions, and I went to the right, and now I'm on the left. Where we are at now is where the purple vents are. Now, I'm right on the edge here. You can see that there's actually a crashed ship out here. We're right on the edge out here. I mean, if you're after any salvage, it's down there. So you can see where we are at. See if I can get my bearings. So there's that mining site that I found. There's the Delta station. So we're kind of, say, about southeast of the Delta station. We were originally sort of like in the middle over there, and I've come out of here, but no joy. So one thing I did notice is that Robin had picked up some sort of distress signal. It was a weird distress signal. The trouble is, it doesn't say where it's from. You just get this. And it's referenced on the PDA picked it up as well.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
There's no indication of where it actually is because I've got nothing on the beacon. I mean, that just basically blanks everything out, otherwise it shows everything. But I do remember when I was looking around for the diamonds, there was some alien structures, if you will. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back in that direction.
See fluid intake.
Okay, I'll have to pack this place up, put it into storage, and I think we're going to go and check that place out. See you in a while. Aha! I've just spotted a PDA, because there's my base. I was just heading out, because we're heading kind of like in this direction. Because remember when I came out with the camera, I spotted some things. I don't think this is the same PDA I'd seen before, but it's worth checking out. Because that one was somewhere along there, I think. But... Right, I'll keep heading in that direction. Right, so what was that one? No. That one. Oh, well, okay. Well, I've built the base there, so never mind. Yeah, so I want to head along here. I could really do with some charging. Oh, that's what I was looking at. I could really do with a way to actually charge these blooming power cells, because I keep having to make 2 new batteries. So far, I've only done 1 power cell to replace this one. Ah, can you hear it? Ah, I get it, so it's actually flashing. So this thing's giving out a warning, which might actually be a bad thing. And it looks like it's giving me directions on how to get there, so it's actually better than before, I must admit. Before, I don't remember getting this. Last time I played it, I just noticed these things and I started following them. With here, you've actually got a like an audible, invisible kind of path to follow, if you will, because you're getting the warning of... There, see there, it's giving you, like, you can tell you're getting close to something. It's just as well we've got that upgrade, because I'm below depth. Aha, so this is still the same. Yeah, this is still the same as before. Right. What the heck is that? I'm gonna have to be careful, because the trouble is, if that's still what it is, like an airlock, the trouble is, if I come in at a height, I'll fall down.
Hello? Is someone there?
In a manner of speaking. We're running out of time.
Ah, that's interesting. So they've kept that voice. So they've changed Robin's voice, but that voice is the same.
What is all this?
Seeking emergency storage media.
I can help you better if you show yourself.
If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage.
You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Can you use my PDA for storage?
You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is, borrowed.
It will have to do.
Okay, so we've just scanned a little robot. If we can find it. So it's a repair. Oh, yeah, it's more of a little repair robot. To repair facilities. Well, it's not doing a very good job considering the state of that bridge. I mean, that's all fallen down. You'd think if you had repair robots, they would be doing that. Unless that is they've lost the plot. That's always a possibility. So this part of the story they've kept. I remember in the original one, you were on, I can't remember what the base was called, you were inside an Altera base, and you went to a cave and there was an alien structure there, but you couldn't get in. Now in this particular case, this part stayed the same. So I'm surprised they didn't give you like some sort of like indication as to where this was all coming from, you know, this distress signal. They just said it was below 200 meters, and that was about it. So if you go by the log, somewhere, it was quite early on, I must admit, day 2. Right, scan that ion cube. Whoa. It's got the equivalent of 5 kilotons. Ouchie. I think we'll have that, thank you very much. Right, so that's 3 ion cubes. So that's a thought. Did we learn any new blueprints from it? We should have done. Oh no, that's a graph trap. I did actually find another one of these fragments near the base. Or at least the pod, I should say. Ah, foobar, we haven't learned any new blueprints from there. Yeah, so this part stayed the same.
How long have you been stored here?
Longer than hoped.
Warning. Sanctuary power critical.
Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete.
Yes, okay. Hurrying.
Not really, I'm just looking around. So, it's a case of... that stayed the same. I suspect the outcome's going to stay the same as well. So we can't scan anything. Right, so insert storage medium. I fully expect this is going to go the same way, but here it goes.
Storage medium accepted. Brace for transfer.
Brace? What's happening?
Transferring. Transfer complete.
How do you feel?
Why do you sound like you're inside my head?
The facility identified hospitable capacity within your cerebral cortex.
You are in my head? I offered you my PDA! Get out!
Oh no. Does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetic and organic components?
My mind is not a component!
You sound angry. We will allow you a moment to process.
Don't you go silent on me. Hello? This is not happening.
Oh yes it is.
That's the explanation. It's not happening.
Yes, unfortunately it has actually happened. I think that's hilarious. It's slightly different, I must admit, because that voice actually said that, mentioned something about cybernetics, which wasn't there before. It just like jumped into your head and that was pretty much it. So this was a containment cube. Ooh. Long-term storage for Architect data. Seems more like an artificial intelligence than a bit of data. Right, so that's interesting. So I'm kind of stuck, I must admit, in terms of the plot, because there's nothing else. There's no like clues as such. I mean, I'm keen to get some Magnetite to help me with my scanner, but I think what I can do at least is to do So like some scans in the vicinity where I'm at. Because I found another actual fragment for the seed truck. I think it was for the... Which one was it? It's for the fabricator module. I found that out near the purple vents, I think. But I want to have a scan. No, it was actually no. It's actually around here. I found it around in this vicinity while I was out looking for the diamonds. I just happened to notice it on the ground. So if we set that scanner going that's at the base, we might be able to find something interesting, hopefully. So I'm going to head back there and we'll see what we can see. Oh, hello. All I've done is I've just stepped outside and all of a sudden I'm just getting a message. T to answer.
We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you.
You're not real. Go away.
To go, we require a suitable body for transfer.
Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there?
One of us and all of us.
What?
We do not think of ourselves as individual, distinct. If it will make you comfortable, I can use the singular.
Oh yes, that's what's bothering me. Thank you. Why don't you start by telling me who you are?
You may append your seed code to my species designation. Please call me Alan.
Alan? My whole life I've been dying to meet a sapient spacefaring alien up close, and you're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Where are you from, Alan?
Your kind calls us architects.
The precursor race? But what are you doing here?
That is a long story. Perhaps you will prefer to focus on the construction of a new storage medium to which I may transfer.
Yes. Fine, absolutely. How do we get you out of my head?
I have added the information to your databank. You will need to find the necessary components.
Any idea where I can find them?
It is unclear. I have been disconnected from my network for so long I cannot locate the coordinates.
Oh, okay, so at least it's given us something to do. Oh, what's this down here? I was having a bit of a poke around there to see if I could find this other PDA. Because I remember we came along here with a camera. I'm sure it was around here somewhere. Because I remember we dropped off down... Oh, there it is there. Aha! So whose is that one then? Sea truck log number 2. Yeah, so the expectation is I was around here at one point getting diamonds. Hello, what's that? Ah, finding a gel sack here. That's normal. I'll keep that because you can regrow them. But the
Blueprint synthesized.
expectation is down here. Well, I do it. Oh, there's a diamond. The expectation is down here we'll find fragments. So I mean, you got that PDF, and he's just saying you have to check the cargo modules by the sounds of it. So we'd expect to find, you know, blueprints, fragments, or whatever are over there. Speaking of finding things, where the heck did I leave the sea truck? Where on earth have I left the flipping sea truck? I took my sea truck. Oh, there it is. It's down there. Oh, screw. It's so easy to get disoriented. You know, just get so easily disoriented. It's difficult to like find out where you left things. Right, so we're gonna head back to base anyway, because that's what it's called itself. That by having that control room, I don't actually need a beacon anymore there. It's got its own beacon on the beacon manager. So I'm gonna head back to there. I think we'll run our scanner for fragments, but I'll have a look and see what what we've actually learned, because it sounds like this Alan is, well, obviously it's an artificial intelligence of some sort by the sounds of it, or they say they're the architects. Well, we managed to make it back to base, but I had some trouble with the recordings, so I've actually done quite a bit of work on the base since then. Actually, if you actually just pop outside, what I've been doing is I've moved the control room over to there, so that's hanging off the top module there. I couldn't fit it to the bottom one. I was really struggling at the time. I wasn't sure why, but now that it's built, I can see it's obviously, you know, it's got like a sub layer to it, so it was obviously that that foundation piece there was getting in the way, but it's allowed me to put my own little module out here, so I can sleep over here and I can watch the fishies go by. So that's cool. And I'm saving this one here for when we get our actual moon pool. Now, what we've got in that area at the moment, nothing wonderful, I must admit.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But I've got a bed. I think it's the bed that Emmanuel had. Because you can get, when we were over at that Delta station, you could get, we scanned in lots of different types of beds, which was interesting. I just remember, like, you used to get like a bed, you used to get like an executive bed and so on. But that one was Emmanuel's, but since it's dark, just out of curiosity, we'll go to sleep. So she goes and zonks off. And she wakes up and it's now a new sunny day. Isn't that cool?
I have been able to sense
Ooh.
the location of an important artifact. I will share its coordinates so you can look into it.
Got it.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, thanks for telling me. While I was here, I also built myself a jukebox so you can play music on here. You might notice when we were out, I think it was nearby a crash, we actually found a disc. So you can keep adding different discs to this. So I think that one that's the one you normally get. That's the one that we picked up, I think, near the crash. So you can build a jukebox and you can build speakers, and you'll only hear that more or less within the area that the speakers are. So for instance, I can play that music. I can be out here and I won't hear much. But in here I will, because I've got a speaker in there. You can actually hear it outside of the base as well, like, so it's probably going to start attracting the fishes or something. And another thing I've done is I've built myself a trash can, because just the fact that some things I noticed don't despawn. So like if you've got food, for instance, like say like I cook some fish and then it spoils, rots or what have you. Well, rather than just leave it lying around, you know, on the floor making a mess, you can actually put it into a trash can. Isn't that cool? Keeps everything nice and tidy. But you obviously just heard that voice message there. There was actually another one before that. Let's play that one.
I have determined the location of some important technology. I implore you to investigate.
Will this help us build you a body?
I do not know what we will find. I just know it is important.
Yeah, so that one there, I was having a look at the blueprints originally. So we've got these architect components, it seems, we're going to have to build, because we've obviously got to get this thing out of our head. It's taken up residence within our cerebral cortex, and we need to get it out. So it looks like we've got to build these, but we don't know how. It's saying we don't have the ingredients, so presumably we're going to have to go out there and do some scanning for fragments or something, alien artifacts. And that one there is the first one that actually showed up. So if we just go over to there, that's that one down there. Now you just heard there was a second one suddenly came up. Now that one is down there, so that's Q59. That's X3J. So it seems we're going to have to go and do some investigation. I don't know whether we're cut out to do that sort of stuff yet. I won't know until I try and go there, because I don't know how deep it is, for instance, how far down it is. No idea what's there either. It's definitely different to what I remember when the game first came out. And remember, it is still in, you know, early access alpha stage at this stage. So I'm not really sure what to expect. But we'll find that out in a new episode. Well, thanks for making it to the end of this episode. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If so, then do please leave a like, as it will encourage YouTube's algorithms to suggest the video to others who might like it as well. If you have any tips or tricks for Subnautica, then please leave them in a comment below, as it would benefit anyone watching this video. Though I do appreciate any feedback at all, even if it's just to say hello. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing. It's free. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, as then you should get reminders when new content goes out. And if you'd like to support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon. Alternatively, there's the option to make a one-off contribution through PayPal. I've left links for both options in the description below. But above all, I hope you like watching these videos as much as I enjoy playing Subnautica. Bye!